This man notices a period briefcase in an antique store. His wife buys it for him as a wedding present. But it's not until some time later that he realizes there's a thick stack of manuscripts in a compartment in the briefcase. He carefully reads the words on them, thoroughly fascinated by what's inside. As a writer, he finally knows what excellent writing looks like, and finally understands why his articles are always returned. The most desperate thing is that he knows he will never be able to write such an article. That night, he sits down in front of his computer and unconsciously taps every word on the manuscript into the computer. He doesn't even bother to fix the grammar and spelling mistakes. When he returns home the next day, his wife hugs him with tears. It turns out that she has happened to see the novel he has typed, and she is thoroughly moved by the stories.
You always said that all you ever wanted to do was be a good writer. With this, Rory, you're a great writer.
She thinks he has succeeded with this novel. Facing her sincere eyes, Rory seems to think of himself as the owner of this novel. He gives it to the editor-in-chief. Until some time later, the editor-in-chief urgently calls him to his office. He asks him if any other publishers have read the novel. Rory then manages to get the book published with just a few signatures, and it is such a success that he becomes a rising star author in New York. He also wins several awards. While basking in the joy of this hard-won success, he doesn't notice an old man watching him from around the corner. The old man follows Rory all the way and sits down on a park bench next to him. He leisurely feeds pigeons and chats with him, pulling out the newspaper in his pocket and asking him how he feels after becoming a celebrity.
Feels good, right?
I don't know if it's that grandiose. I just got lucky. I wrote a book and people happen to like it. I don't know how things happen.
The old then says that he has a good story and wants Rory to write it down. But Rory just gives him a few perfunctory words and is ready to leave.
About a man who wrote a book and then lost it, and the pissant kid who found it.
Rory instantly realizes that he is the owner of the briefcase. He tells the story behind the book. He had once been assigned to digging pipelines in Paris, where he met a woman who made his heart flutter, and they soon fell in love. But after a while, he is removed from the army. He starts trying to write for the first time. Due to pining, he eventually returns to Paris. He gets a job as a reporter for a newspaper. They soon get married and have a daughter. He feels like his life is complete, but the daughter leaves them on this day. His wife is in pain every day. She starts to ignore him. She even leaves him with just a letter and leaves. He feels very desperate. In this predicament, he converts all his emotions into words. When he completes, he takes the manuscript to his wife, but she does not agree to go back with him. However, when she looks at the manuscript, which tells everything that has happened to them, she finally lights up hope for life. But the manuscript is left behind on the train by her. The man goes crazy and asks her where it is. He goes back to the train station and asks each passerby whether they have seen it. His wife watches him in silence. She first feels self-blame, and then she realizes that in his heart, the manuscript is far more important than her.